5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very grateful to you for giving me this honor of inaugurating your annual general meeting. I find from the agenda before you that there are many important problems regarding education for your consideration. I am sure you will take very important decisions on these matters. As you are all aware, as a result of the reorganization of states, our state has been formed out of five different units. Much has been said by our leaders in the assembly and outside about the necessity of emotional integration of the state. In my opinion, there are many who are desirous of achieving this emotional integration of the state not only by unanimous decisions but also by adopting uniform rules and regulations in the different branches of government throughout the whole state. It is therefore necessary that the government should do everything possible for this purpose. In the matter of education, I understand that the recommendations of the Educational Integration Committee are before the government for evolving a uniform system of syllabus for the schools in the different regions of the state. I think that the committee has recommended revised syllabus not only for the primary schools but also for the secondary schools. If the government accepts the recommendations of this committee and adopts a common syllabus for the whole state, it will be doing a great deal in achieving emotional integration and also uniformity. If this is done, it will create a spirit of enthusiasm in the minds of the boys and girls in our schools in the different regions to regard the state as one and to feel that they are governed by a common syllabus. I want government to adopt this recommendation of the Educational Integration Committee and bring about uniformity in the syllabus throughout the new state. Then there is a demand by some people for a separate director for primary education in the state. I think that this suggestion has been made in view of the increase in the number of primary and secondary schools and the consequent increase in the responsibility of the director. But I am not for a separate director of primary education. If we agree to have a separate director of primary education now, then a time may come when there will be a demand for separate directors for the other branches of education, namely secondary and college education. I feel that instead of having separate directors for the different branches of education, there is advantage in having a single director to look after the Department of Education. He will act as a vital link between the separate joint directors for the different branches. So, I suggest that it is better to have joint directors than to have separate directors for the different branches of education. Then, sir, we are laying great stress on universal and compulsory primary education, but in my opinion, one particular aspect has been lost sight of. The subject of drawing is included as compulsory subject in the syllabus of the secondary schools in some areas of the state, but there is no compulsion in the other areas. It is therefore very necessary to make this a compulsory subject in all the secondary schools throughout the state. Ladies and gentlemen, I have now great pleasure in inaugurating your meeting. I wish you all great success. Dear sirs, we are very sorry indeed to have your letter of complaint regarding the goods sent to you on the 1st January and which you returned to us yesterday. We have made a careful inquiry into the matter and we admit that the mistake was entirely due to the carelessness of our packer. We offer no excuse for the carelessness and we request you to accept our apology for the trouble to which you have been put as a result of his error. Your instructions were quite clear and there should have been no mistake in carrying them out. We are enclosing a credit note for the amount of the goods in question and our check for 100 rupees in payment of the expenses to which you were put through our packer's carelessness. We express the hope that you will not think too critically of us because of this minor incident and that you will allow us another opportunity of proving that the incident was a rare occurrence. We are happy to inform you that we propose to open a branch in or near Calcutta so that we may execute the orders of our Calcutta customers promptly. We will let you know the place and time later on. We assure you that the orders you may give hereafter will be given special attention. Looking forward to the receipt of your valuable orders in the near future. Yours faithfully,